You're the top cop in South Africa. You're the only real general in the South African Police Service. And you say that you hold the view that the instruction of the minister to close the political killings task team was ultra vires and encroached on your domain as the National Commissioner. So why did you not tell him so? Tell him that you won't close it down, that it's doing good work and that he's out of line. Why didn't you just do that?
Thanks, Honorable Chair. But even though I tell him that this team is doing a good work, we're not supposed to close it, he said we must close it.
No, General, I'm sorry, you're missing the gist of the question.
Oh, sorry.
The question is, not that you didn't discuss it with him, I'm sure you did. Thank you. Why didn't you tell him you're not interested? He's encroaching on your terrain, he's out of line, he can't do what he's doing, and he must concern himself with his own business and you concern yourself with yours.
Well, thanks, Honorable Chair. Like I said, I did my best to tell him, let's not close, and he insisted.
General, my difficulty is that he can't insist. So, I mean, let's just cut to the chase. He can't insist, he can't tell you what to do. You're the National Commissioner of the South African Police Service. There's no one above you, and he's not above you.
He's a Minister of Police, he's above me.
Not in the hierarchy of the South African Police Service, General, and you and I both know that. You call the shots in the South African Police Service, not the Minister. And if he tries, you should tell him to go to hell. Why didn't you?
Yeah, well, I didn't tell them that, and I take him as Minister of Police, and I told him in a nice way that let's not do this thing, and he kept insisting, no, we do it.
So when you told him in a nice way and he didn't go away, why didn't you tell him in a less nice way?
Yeah.
That's not an answer. General, you're the National Commissioner. You're the head honcho. You're the boss, not him. Why didn't you tell him that? Tell him to mind your own business and go do your own job.
Yes, I'm the National Commissioner, but I'm subject to his directions.
Do you consider him to be your boss?
Yes, I consider him, yes, to be
your boss.
My supervisor, yes.
The National Commissioner of the South African Police Service thinks the Minister is his boss. Wow. So, then you said, you discussed with him, he gave you no answers, real answers about why it should close down. Nothing was satisfactory. And then you said something odd. You said, if it had been something about farm murders, the citizens of South Africa and parliamentarians would have reacted to the closing down. But because it wasn't, no one reacted. Now, why do you want citizens of South Africa and parliamentarians to do your job? It's your job to deal with that issue, not anybody else's. Did you come to Parliament and say, the Minister is encroaching on your domain, he's exercising unacceptable political interference in the police service? Did you do that? And if not, why didn't you do it?
Thanks, Honorable Chair. We did appear at the committee. We briefed them how good the political killings task team is doing its work, and there was any member of the team that would say, no, we think this the minister shouldn't do.
Again, General, I have difficulty with, you're a really nice guy. I mean, there's no question about that. But you're too nice. You're way too nice. You're the head of the South African police. Nobody can tell you what to do. You've got a lot of power. You don't seem to want to exercise it. And I don't understand that. Why didn't you come to the portfolio committee and say, this minister, tell them to call him to the portfolio committee and then sit there with him and say, this minister is interfering in the South African Police Service. He's telling me what to do. Why didn't you do that? How else would they have known?
Thanks, Honorable Chair. We learn. So in future, if I'm still there, that's what I will do. What do you say?
You say that no IMC has been created in the 7th administration. Why not?
Well, that we didn't know. Normally, IMCs get established when there is a specific problem. And yeah, I wouldn't know whether it was still going to be established or not for the specific matter of political killings. Maybe partially it might be because it was under control, the team was doing the work.
Let's have a look at that. So it was under control and they were doing good work. On page 15 of your affidavit, you say that 612 dockets have been allocated to the task team since June 2018 to date. So it's around about 7 years, is that correct?
That's correct, Honorable Chair.
Amongst other things, you say that 10 cases are pending a decision by the National Prosecuting Authority. So how long have they been with the National Prosecuting Authority? How long, generally speaking, do they take to make a decision? And how long have these 10 cases been with them?
For the political killings task team, Honorable Chair, because they do have the prosecutors that are working with them, it doesn't take long. So that is as of that time, I think February 2025. So those cases have been finalized and they've been handled.
You say 57 cases have been withdrawn. What are the typical reasons for these withdrawals?
Yeah, withdrawals, there will be, of course, various reasons, as Honorable Chair, as the Honorable Member knows. He was in this field before, so I wouldn't be able to table exactly one by one reason for the withdrawals, but it will be either maybe some of these suspects might have, or the case have fallen. Normally what happens here is witnesses do support the investigation. At some point, they turn around, especially your Section 204 witnesses. Some of them, they just somersault and turn around. We have one of the murder cases in Zululand where witnesses have done the same thing, which is quite I think it was a killing of a municipal manager. So I'm just giving an example, but that's some of the reasons that happens.
I would imagine that happens quite often in this kind of case.
You are.
And
Sorry.
that must be one of the reasons why there's a political killings task team, so that proper care can be taken of the witnesses so that they don't become intimidated or killed, so that the case can run. Is that not what the task team does?
Yeah, no, the task team does. They do take care of the witnesses, but it just happens sometimes. Some witnesses run out of where they've been protected, and they end up being paid and they turn around.
And then you say 297 cases have been finalized. What does this mean?
Finalized means where they are, where there is either is acquittal or there is a conviction. Yeah, that's what it